So 2x squared plus 3x, or minus 3x minus 1 equals 0. Step 1, now by the way, when I have things set up in a template like this, when I work a problem, this is what I'm saying to myself. Each one of those steps is what I say to myself when I'm working that problem. This is the step, this is the step, this is the step. And if I were putting it on the board, I would say the words and not put in this. But this is a reference for you so that when you go in to do your homework, you essentially have a checklist. So eventually the steps, you make them yours, because you won't have the steps on the test. Okay, all right, here we go. Make sure the coefficient of x squared is 1, if not divided out. It isn't 1, so I need to divide it out. This is how this guy gets fractions, by the way. So my new equation is x squared minus 3 halves x minus 1 half. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Variables on the left, numbers on the right. So x squared minus 3 halves x equals positive 1 half. Complete the square on the variable, so I'm going to rewrite this guy. X squared minus 3 halves x equals 1 half. And so I'm going to take b is 3 halves. So I'm going to use, since it's a fraction, I'm going to use 1 half times 3 halves squared, which is 3/4 squared, or 9/16. And I'm going to add 9/16 to both sides. Now the left-hand side is easy. It is a perfect trinomial square. Square root of x squared is x minus square root of 9/16 is 3/4 squared equals, now I'm going to have to put this guy over 16, so I'm going to multiply by 8/8. This is going to be 8/16 plus 9/16, or x minus 3/4 squared equals 17/16. Now that's not a perfect square. Now what that tells me is that I would have had to have used the quadratic formula on it. It didn't factor. Because I'm going to have an answer that's got radicals in it. Now the next step is I take what I just got in the previous step and then I use the square root property. I take the square root of both sides, don't forget the plus or minus, so that x minus 3/4 equals plus or minus, well, the square root of 17, and then the square root of 16 is 4, or that x equals positive 3/4 plus or minus the square root of 17/4, and I just leave that until I know what I'm going to do with it. If it's an application problem, of course I will want numerical answers.